insistent, and in the end they consented. Ellis came up with the solution to their problem immediately. The bomb should have a radio-controlled arming device, he said. Rahmi would sit at a window opposite the girl's apartment or in a parked car along the street, watching the Renault. In his hand he would have a small radio transmitter the size of a pack of cigarettes, the kind of thing one used to open automatic garage doors. If Yilmaz got into the car alone, as he most often did, then Rahmi would press the button on the transmitter, and a radio signal would activate a switch in the bomb, which would then be armed and would explode as soon as Yilmaz started the engine. But if it should be the girl who got into the car, Rahmi would not press the button, and she could drive away in blissful ignorance. The bomb would be quite safe until it was armed. No button, no bang, said Ellis. Rahmi liked the idea and asked Ellis if he would collaborate with Pepe Gozzi on making the bomb. Sure, said Ellis. Then there was one more snag. I've got a friend, Rahmi said, who wants to meet you both, Ellis and Pepe. To tell the truth, he must meet you. Otherwise the whole deal is off, for this is the friend who gives us the money for explosives and cars and bribes and guns and everything. Why does he want to meet us? Ellis and Pepe wanted to know. He needs to be sure that the bomb will work, and he wants to feel that he can trust you, Rahmi said apologetically. All you have to do is bring the bomb to him and explain to him how it will work, and shake his hand and let him look you in the eye. Is that so much to ask for the man who is making the whole thing possible? It's all right with me, said Ellis. Pepe hesitated. He wanted the money he would make on the deal. He always wanted money, as a pig always wants the trough. But he hated to meet new people. Ellis reasoned with him. Listen, he said, these student groups bloom and die like mimosa in the spring, and Rahmi is sure to be blown away before long. But if you know his friend, then you will be able to continue to do business after Rahmi is gone. You're right, said Pepe, who was no genius but could grasp business principles if they were explained simply. Ellis told Rahmi that Pepe had agreed, and Rahmi set up a rendezvous for the three of them on the following Sunday. That morning, Ellis woke up in Jane's bed. He came awake suddenly, feeling frightened, as if he had had a nightmare. A moment later, he remembered the reason why he was so tense. He glanced at the clock. He was early. In his mind, he ran over his plan. If all went well, today would be the triumphant conclusion to more than a year of patient, careful work, and he would be able to share that triumph with Jane, if he was still alive at the end of the day. He turned his head to look at her, moving carefully to avoid waking her. His heart leaped, as it did every time he saw her face. She lay flat on her back, with her turned-up nose pointing at the ceiling, and her dark hair spread across the pillow like a bird's unfolded wing. He looked at her wide mouth, the full lips that kissed him so often and so lusciously. Spring sunlight revealed the dense blonde down on her cheeks. Her beard, he called it, when he wanted to tease her. It was a rare delight to see her like this, in repose, her face relaxed and expressionless. Normally she was animated, laughing, frowning, grimacing, registering surprise or skepticism or compassion. Her commonest expression was a wicked grin, like that of a mischievous small boy who has just perpetrated a particularly fiendish practical joke. Only when she was sleeping or thinking very hard was she like this. Yet this was how he loved her most, for now, when she was unguarded and unself-conscious, her appearance hinted at the languid sensuality that burned just beneath her surface like a slow, hot, underground fire. When he saw her like this, his hands almost itched to touch her. This had surprised him. When he had first met her, soon after he came to Paris, she had struck him as typical of the kind of busybody always found among the young and the radical in capital cities, chairing committees and organizing campaigns against apartheid and for nuclear disarmament, leading protest marches about El Salvador and water pollution, raising money for starving people in Chad, or trying to promote a talented young filmmaker. People were drawn to her by her striking good looks, captivated by her charm, and energized by her enthusiasm. He had dated her a couple of times just for the pleasure of watching a pretty girl demolish a steak, and then, he could never remember exactly how it happened, he had discovered that inside this excitable girl there lived a passionate woman, and he had fallen in love. His gaze wandered around her little studio flat. He noted with pleasure the familiar personal possessions that marked the place as hers, a pretty lamp made of a small Chinese vase, a shelf of books on economics and world poverty, a big soft sofa you could drown in, a photograph of her father, a handsome man in a double-breasted coat, probably taken in the early 60s, a small silver cup won by her on her pony Dandelion and dated 1971, 10 years ago. She was 13, Ellis thought, and I was 23, and while she was winning pony trials in Hampshire, I was in Laos, laying anti-personnel mines along the Ho Chi Minh Trail. When he had first seen the flat almost a year ago, she had just moved here.